YouTubers. It's Crichton 2X4B523P here with a little report from deep space now.
Hello. So, what an absolutely insane week. I was going to break it down daily. Then I decided after the first day, absolutely no point. However, by the end of the week, yeah, I wish I'd documented each day slightly more, to be quite truthful, because it was one huge roller coaster of my first week on Wegovy. Okay, so I gave myself the injection at the evening because I decided that the evening would absolutely be the best time to do the injection. The reason being, I'd read things and people have said the immediate side effects, blah, blah, blah. So I thought, well, I'll have it on the evening, then it gives me the night to process it. By the morning, I can see what's going, I can see how I'm feeling and all this. So I gave myself the injection. I was quite shocked, first of all, at how far I had to twist it, because Wegovy, it comes with its own little injectable, and you've got to load it up the very first. Excuse me, Zeus, you are moving my camera, if you don't mind. Thank you. You've got to load up the pen to get the tiny drop on the top, and you've got to reset it, and this drop has to come out so that you know something's coming out. And I saw this drop and I'm thinking, is it there? Isn't it there? And I'm on my hand. Yes, it was indeed there. I decided there was a tiniest little drop. It was indeed there. So I thought, right, set to go. So then you have to twist it. And I thought it would be a couple of clicks and it would be ready to the 0.25 that I was ready to inject. But no, it is actually quite immense, the amount of time that you have to do these clicks, a lot more than I was expecting. And then I put it into my left but lower stomach, because I've got a lot of my fat is in my stomach and around my face, and seeing as your face is not one of the, can't be injecting it into my chin, so I thought I'll put it in my stomach. Now I got hold of it and I squeezed it so to try and make sure that it was already getting some pain, so I wouldn't feel as bad, because I was quite anxious about how bad it felt, how bad it would feel. I had no idea what to expect, so I put it in. And then I'm trying to move my boobs, to look under my boobs to see. I couldn't see it, moving my fat rolls to see, because I literally couldn't feel it. I couldn't feel it had gone in at all. I actually didn't know if it had gone in or not. So I'm thinking, has it gone in? Hasn't it gone in? I don't know. I'd left it for a few minutes on the side, like it said, to warm up, so it wasn't straight out of the fridge. But I really couldn't tell if it had gone in. And I'm thinking, right, well, when I inject, that's going to be really painful. So just, yeah, you're in. You definitely got it in. I'm trying to sort of like see if I've really got it in. Definitely in, I decided. Came to the conclusion. So then I pressed the button and held it for 6 seconds like it's recommended. You can hear the tick, 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 as it basically unravels all that you've twisted. It's very quick. Doesn't take 6 seconds, but I still counted to 6 just to make sure that it all went in. But did it? Because I felt nothing, not a thing. I actually felt so little I couldn't tell if it's gone in or not. Really couldn't. So I was quite shocked at that. That was the evening. I went to bed and I woke up the next morning thinking, am I going to have constipation, nausea, all these things, headaches, extreme thirst? No. The only thing I felt was absolutely starving. I was ravenous the next morning when I woke up. Now, I'm not usually a hungry morning person. I've had the same smoothie for a long time. So in the morning I have a smoothie with some spinach, some banana, bit of cinnamon, some spirulina, a bit of milk, some water, and some peanut butter powder. And that's my breakfast every morning for a long time. And I have chia seeds in my coffee that I have every morning. Same thing every morning. That did not cut it. I was absolutely ravenous. I left for work and I was starving. I'm driving around thinking about food, thinking, oh, I'm so hungry, I'm so hungry, I'm so hungry. So I'm thinking, I don't think I injected it. I don't think I injected it. That's it. No, I didn't inject anything. I've just failed here the first time. What do I do? What do I do? And I thought, right, I'm going to have to leave it for the week, and then inject again next week, see how it goes. So that was the end of day one. So I went to bed. Okay. Had a good night's sleep. Everything was fine. Hi, so I thought I was just going to give an update. Now I'm planning on doing them weekly really, but I did my first injection last night, so I thought I'll give you an update of how it's gone since I had the first injection. So I weighed myself last night, 14.7 I was. You're ruling on me, you're dripping on me. Yeah, we've just been out for a walk, so somebody's happy. 40.7 I was last night when I weighed myself, and I gave my injection about 10:30. So I'm going to try and do the update. Now I slept absolutely fine. I mean, I've not been sleeping great because of my knee. My knee has really been causing me some jip overnight. So no different really. I mean, I say slept fine. I slept as fine as I have been doing. I woke up this morning absolutely Marvin. Now I don't normally wake up hungry, but I was starving when I woke up this morning. No idea why. So I had the injection at 10:30 last night. Slept all right. Slept fine. No stomach ache. No problems at all as to mention. But I was starving. Absolutely starving. Now usually I have for breakfast. I have the same routine every single morning. I have done for a long time. So I have chia seeds in my coffee first thing in the morning. And then I have a spinach, banana, peanut butter powder, and some spirulina. And that's it in my smoothie. Oh, and some kefir yogurt if I've got some in my smoothie in the morning, first thing in the morning. And that usually then keeps me going easily till lunchtime. Coming up to lunchtime, I'm out with the dogs, and I was starving again. And I had my lunch, we went for a walk, and now I'm hungry again. This is ridiculous, really. This is not quite what I was expecting, so we'll have to see. This is just as I say, a quick one, just a quick catch up, because I've had the first jab to let you know how the first jab went. And other than that, yeah, that's all this is. I will be giving my results, my week results, and anything thoughts that I've had throughout the week. I think I'm probably going to be dropping it on a Wednesday, so I will just yeah, I will see you next Wednesday. See you then. Bye. Okay, so coming back now, day 2. Woke up in the morning, same again. Had my breakfast, absolutely starving. Hadn't felt anything really. I was absolutely ravenous. So day 2, I'm so hungry that I could eat my own arm as I'm driving around. So I had some lunch. Yeah, that kind of filled me. I was okay. I had a sandwich for lunch, and I was contented with that. So day 2, then I had tea, still feeling nothing really. But I had started to think, even though I'm starving, that food noise that I've always got going on in my head, I didn't notice it quite so much. So I'm thinking, I'm starving, but I'm not thinking, oh, I've got to eat the world. No, I was just starving, and I had a sandwich and was like, that was fine. In fact, I think I felt slightly fuller after my first sandwich. So then I had tea, and I had a salad for tea, and it filled me, and I was fine. And I went to bed, and that was the end of day 2. Okay, so on to day 3. Day 3, the nightmare began. So by this point, I'd been weighing myself every day. My weight can fluctuate. This is one of the massive problems that I'm going to have. My weight can fluctuate half a stone a week, seriously. And I have also put on 1.5 stones, 2 stones, something like that, since I injured my knee, and that was nearly a year ago now. So what's my natural weight at the moment? I have no idea, because it's just been creeping up and up and up and up and up. So day 3, I had my breakfast as normal. But I'm thinking, sulfur burps, that's not that nice. Going around all day, sulfur burps. Had half a sandwich for lunch. And I was thinking, yeah, I'm not feeling great. So, not feeling brilliant. So, for tea, myself and my youngest child had a jacket potato with, Zeus, you're knocking it. Can you stop, please? Zeus, if you want to join in, come up here. Zeus, can you stop knocking it? Yeah, sorry if it's shaking a bit. I've got somebody who's just having a wash right by the bottom. So we had jack potato with cottage cheese. Something I love, absolutely love. I ate half of it. Sulfur burps have been bad all day, and I ate half of it and thought, I'm not feeling great here. I'm really not feeling great. So I didn't eat the rest. And I'd started to feel, actually around lunchtime, I'd started to get a little bit loose, shall we say, with my poos that was slightly loose. So by this time, I'm thinking, not feeling great. Anyway, my husband came home and I was sat on the sofa, and I told him I wasn't feeling great. And he was like, oh dear. And then I just turned to him, I said, do me a favour, really quickly grab me a dog bowl. There was a dog bowl by him that had water in. Luckily, the dogs had emptied it, so grab me that bowl. He gave it to me really quickly, and I filled it within seconds. Filled it. I was vomiting for England. I was really not well. However, at the same time as I started to do this, I filled that dog bowl. Then I had to race upstairs, sit on the toilet, and let's say I exploded on the toilet as well. So that was not fun. I went to bed feeling terrible. I went to bed early. I felt dreadful. All night, I felt really poorly. I had to get up every hour on the hour to go to the toilet. I wasn't actually sick again that day. Every hour on the hour to go to the toilet. And it was very, very loose. Very loose. The next day, I got lots of water. Didn't eat a thing the next day. Didn't eat anything. So that was the end of the worst. No, not the worst day. Okay, so now we're on to the next day. So I got up after not sleeping. Hadn't slept all night. I felt absolutely terrible. I got up. I went into the bathroom. I sat on the toilet. And I suddenly thought, and I mean, it was water, pure water that's coming out of me. And I then thought, I'm going to be sick as well. And luckily the bath is right next to the toilet. I put my hand on the bath and I threw up in the bath. Oh my God. It was terrible. It was everywhere. The bath was just absolutely covered. The floor was covered. The toilet was covered. I was a mess. I was sat there feeling so dreadful. I've never felt it. It was literally like I had the worst food poisoning ever. Basically, I spent all that day on the toilet. Unfortunately, we only have a toilet upstairs, and I was downstairs trying to look after the dogs, trying to look after the kids. Couldn't do much. I honestly couldn't walk, couldn't do anything. And let's say that I had a fair few pairs of pants changed that day. I was not well. I was very, very ill. So I went to bed, and pretty much the same again all night, every hour on the hour. And by the next morning when I woke up, I was so exhausted. Now we're on to the hardest day. The hardest day for reasons beyond, nothing to do with this. But we had a charity gig. Thankfully, it was only an hour because it was an all-day gig for Macmillan Cancer Research. And I'd not slept for 2 nights at this point. I was exhausted. I'd not eaten for 2 days. Yeah, one full day, but I didn't eat all this day either. I was still throwing up. I was still feeling really grim. I messaged my bandmate, said, I feel so ill. I said, I'm going to get there because, you know, the show must go on. And we're a rock band, a heavy metal band, and anybody who's into heavy metal will know that Ozzy Osbourne has just died. And a couple of weeks before Ozzy Osbourne died, me and all my friends got together and we watched him live streamed on Amazon. We watched him perform and stand up there literally at death's door, and he still managed to perform. And I'm thinking, and we were finishing on an Ozzy song in his memory. How can I not do that? So I forced myself to go. Husband dropped me off. I said to them, I can't do anything to get ready. I'm literally turning up, doing it and going. So I got there and we saw lots of people there. They're all going, hi, how are you? And I'm going, yeah, steer clear. I might vomit on you right now. Not sure. I mean, the band members were like, well, that's going to be a story to tell if you do throw up on stage, especially if you throw up on somebody on the audience, whatever. That'll be a story to tell. So I got there, hadn't eaten. I was still throwing up. Now, I said to my husband, can you get me some Pepto-Bismol and some Diarrhoea? So I had the Pepto-Bismol, I had the Diarrhoea. I was downing the Pepto-Bismol from about 4 p.m. and we were gigging at 7. So every half hour I was taking the allocated amount before. And I think it did me some good. I really do, because I stood up on that stage. I managed to sing for an hour. I wasn't jumping around like I normally am. I was fairly stationary. I think I might have even mentioned to people I wasn't feeling great. So it was, but I stood up there for an hour and I managed it. I called, my eldest child was with me. Eldest child rang my husband as I got off the stage. My husband came, collected me from the top. We left, went home. I got in home and I was ready, literally ready to collapse. So I went up the stairs and I collapsed in bed. Now, thankfully, I'd still got a bucket from the day before, because I collapsed in bed and suddenly thought, I think I'm going to be sick. And I just threw up all the Diarrhoea, all the Pepto-Bismol. I had nothing else in my stomach, so it was just pink and tasted like Pepto-Bismol and blackcurrant Diarrhoea mixed together. It was not too bad, actually, I suppose. But, oh my goodness, I filled the bucket. And then I went to sleep. Okay, so now on to the penultimate day. So I'm feeling much better by this point. However, tomorrow I am due to take my next pill. So my next injection, sorry. So I'm thinking to myself, can I face going through that again? Can I? I don't know if I can. Anyway, I've been okay all day, and I have climbed on the weighing scales. Now, when I originally started this very short journey that I've done so far, I wanted to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. I can't do much exercise. I'm used to doing 25,000 steps a day. Can't do much exercise. So I'm doing sort of 10,000 at the most. At the most, I'm talking 5,000 if I can, because of my knee. But bear in mind, I'm not your average person who does 5,000 a day and is struggling to do 10. I'm 25,000. So my body is very used to that. So the shock of not doing that many has really put it into just decline, I would say. So I want to lose 1 pound or 2 for my knee a week. I would be happy with that. I don't want to lose too much. I'm of an age now as well where I'm going to get flabby skin and loose flabby skin very easily, because that happens when you get older. Your skin is not as elastic as it was when you're younger. So, and I know my face here, I am definitely this is going to go loose. So I don't want to lose a huge amount. So I climbed on the weighing scales and I was gobsmacked that over these days, now gobsmacked's not the right word, because I knew I haven't eaten for 3 days really properly, and I've been throwing everything up. But I had lost I'm trying to say £8-9, something like that. I mean, just stupid amounts. I'm fairly sure that by next week the results will be not great, because I probably will put weight on. So I'm going to have to just accept that I will probably put some weight on from what I am this week, because there's no way. That is from not eating. And I don't want to not eat. I want to be able to eat sensibly. I want the food noise to stop. I want to be able to stop eating when I'm full. At the moment, I eat slowly, I do. However, I make myself feel poorly. I will keep eating because part of it's when you're a child and you're getting told, finish your plate. But part of it's don't let it go to waste. Then part of me is going, well, it's no more waste thrown in the bin than it is just rotting in your stomach. You using yourself as a rubbish bin. Just enjoy the food and throw it away. That's what I say to myself. But for some reason, it just doesn't happen, doesn't go there. So we'll have to see as of next week how things go. This has probably not been a very accurate week. The reason that I wanted to document it is because I haven't seen many people who've had this extreme response. And mainly I've seen constipation, people saying, oh, I've been constipated. I haven't had that. My poos are getting back to normal. They're quite dark. My poos are not normally so dark. I'm lifelong vegetarian. I do eat, I'm vegetarian, not vegan. So I do eat a lot of cheese, a lot of milk and cheese related and milk related, things, and dairy products, lots of dairy products. I love my dairy. That's one of my downsides, I think, is the volume of dairy I eat to get my protein high. I mean, that's why I have a peanut butter powder in my breakfast. And if you can hear Zeus snoring, he's now started snoring to join us. But yeah, so will I take my next injection? Dare I take my next injection? Because now I'm worried what's going to happen next week. Will I take the injection Tuesday? Be fine. And then what's going to happen as the week progresses? That is my massive worry. Am I going to be feeling horrible as the week? I can't face another week like that. I just can't face it. And so will I take it? Yeah, I'm going to force myself to take it because I want to see what happens next week, really. As long as next week is okay, even if I put weight on next week, I will obviously complete the whole month at least. But if next week is like this week, who knows? This was not fun. This has not been a fun week. This has not been what I expected. I did Wegovy thinking it's tiny, it's a tiny dose. I can just lose 1 or 2 pounds and I will be happy with that. No, this has not been what I signed up for at all. Anyway, so I'll see you in my next review. Have fun.